TS Gallaxy goal the following game against AmaZulu, as this is lifted towards the back post, but Onyango assured behind it.
Mamelodi Sundowns are not the best clearers of corners, and in past times they have been punished. TS Gallaxy with a missed opportunity.
Goal! Speaking of opportunities, we return to live action and a goal has come. Well, everyone is over to congratulate the young debutant, Spamanla Ngwenya. Adnan Beganovic taking a real gamble in fielding him, but yeah, he bursts through to steal it from Allende and slot it away like a seasoned professional.
That's exactly what he needs to do, Ngwenya. He won't probably get as many chances against a team like Sundowns, but if it is that they're going to give away possession like that, they have to be punished. And certainly Ngwenya, great composure, good power behind the ball to convert for TS Gallaxy.
The hosts not looking overawed at all against their more illustrious opponents, but now it's Sundowns looking to get on the front foot, striding forward here, like cutting it back, and they've done just about enough to thwart the danger.
Yep, they just did enough, TS Gallaxy, but once again you look at that ball bobbling under. That first touch from Litlaku just disappoints him. Another opportunity going up begging for Mamelodi Sundowns.
To the flank, now Allende spotting Santos in space. Brazilio leaves it. Allende just couldn't sort his feet out in time to shoot, but does get the free kick, and it's right on the edge of the area.
It's a missed opportunity for him to pull the trigger. Wasn't too sure if he was still trying to set himself up. And TS Gallaxy did really well to get those numbers behind the ball, denying him a shot, but still drawing a foul. Allende.
A goal down. Santos so close to putting them back level.
They're inching closer. They're really trying to find their range. And once again, you see the technical ability, good technique in terms of really trying to go over the ball.
Well, they haven't delivered it directly into the box. There's Mahlambi. Still Mahlambi. Teasing Sabia. He makes the challenger in the box. Referee, no hesitation in pointing to the spot. Gallaxy with an opportunity to go 2 up.
Oh, and Mahlambi loves those 1v1 situations. Really isolates the defender. This time around, going up against the young Sabia. Couple of step overs, really trying to shrug off Sabia. Completely misses the ball, and certainly a penalty.
Adnan Beganovic is beside himself. Scored a worldie against AmaZulu to open his account for TS Gallaxy. That was at the end of last month. Now, with a huge opportunity here in this Nedbank Cup match against Onyango, sends him the wrong way, and the Rockets have propelled themselves into a 2-goal lead.
Great composure shown by Zindonga, stepping up to take the responsibility to put TS Gallaxy ahead. You have to admire the individual brilliance of Mahlambi, taking on the defender, forcing him to commit. Certainly wins that penalty for TS Gallaxy.
As well struck by Zindonga. And Gallaxy have scored 2 before the break, having come into this game without a first half goal in their last 7 matches across all competitions. Gamora didn't have it all their own way against Gamora United in the last 32 either, as it's carried forward here by Ntabale. Allende. Oh, floated forwards beautifully by Allende, just tripped over the top of the defence. Peter Shalalile couldn't get a telling touch.
The timing of the delivery, the pass, the weight as well. Really spotting Peter Shalulile. A missed opportunity for Peter Shalulile. Open and really breaking that offside line.
Rezinho drilled to the feet of Letlaku, who's misplaced his pass. Here's Ngwenya. He's asking far too much of Zindonga, who just implores him to calm down a little.
No offside at all.
Yeah.
He sees that the pass is coming. He does the right thing as a striker to really try and return back and make sure that you're onside.
Finding Sibia. Santos. And the ball is set up very nicely from Shalulile's perspective, not so much from Mahlangu's. The backspin on that, the way that Santos punted that ball forward, the technique on it made things very tricky for the defense.
Yeah, I think if you make those kinds of passes, you have to give it a little bit of a spin so that it comes back to your teammate you're passing. Of course, Mahlangu, with his experience as well, timing certainly let him down, but that's just the quality of some of the individual players of Mamelodi Sundowns.
Sabaleng in a battle with Opamutong. Sabaleng, who played reserve league football for Mamelodi Sundowns and then Kaizer Chiefs in the Diski Challenge before moving on to the United States. Here is Allende, can't keep his shot down. Hasn't netted since September. Marcelo Allende, a win over Durban City. There's a look at the earlier incident, Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, you can really see the spin on the ball, and immediately it gets on the ground. It holds up a little bit. Goalkeeper Ira and Mahlangu, just a little bit of miscommunication there.
Now a chance for TS Gallaxy to bag a third. Nice idea from Mahlambi. He'll be confident after winning that penalty. Duna joining Keegan Johannes in the referee's book. Very late.
Yep.
Johannes. Koza. Time almost up. Well, quite the first half. Not many would have predicted that TS Gallaxy would take a 2-goal advantage into the break. The side that hadn't even scored a first half goal in their previous 7 outings, but they capitalize on a Mamelodi Sundowns error for the debutant Spamandla Ngwenya to open the scoring, and then Junior Zindonga from the penalty spot. Amanda, Sundowns with a lot of work to do in the second period.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. Mamelodi Sundowns are a team that play with a lot of rhythm, and we haven't seen that. Individual errors or defensive errors as a team, they got punished. They certainly need to have a reanalysis in halftime and make sure that they make those changes.
Well, they had to ring the changes for this game, considering the very quick turnaround time after facing Orlando Pirates on Wednesday. They made 10 changes in total. They find themselves 2 goals down at the break as these sides clash in pursuit of a quarter-final spot in the Nedbank Cup. Remember, Maduna was off the field for a good few minutes in that opening half, and they resisted the urge to change him, and he managed to come back on, but now indeed does make way. So Kakora, who has not played a competitive match since August, the end of August, almost a year since they conceded 2 in the first half, as Koza goes for it, and he's produced A fierce effort here that forces a great save out of Iratape.
Yep, he had to cause us so much space and time on the ball. Gets the accuracy, gets the power, gets the reaction needed from Ira. Save.
Actually unbeaten in their last 3 matches, home matches against them. As Santos races clear. Santos setting up Matthews. Oh, what a save. What a stop from Iratape. They were queuing up.
Spoke how important it was going to be for Ira to make sure that he's highly concentrated. Great for Mamelodi Sundowns. Santos doing ever so well to wait for an option to come. Of course, Matthews arrives unmarked, misses an opportunity, but Ira, what a save.
Leo. Collected by Rezinho. And a defensive touch very nearly caused all kinds of problems for Gallaxy.
Yep, a great pass, great mobility and movement from Mamelodi Sundowns. Leon just making himself an option.
And fouls.
I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for the likes of Allende in the second half to really try and find those spaces. Bunjane putting all the necessary pressure. TS Gallaxy, the bodies behind the ball.
Flung forward by Koza. Shalulile. The complexion of the Mamelodi Sundowns defense, despite seeing only one alteration in personnel, the complexion of the defense itself has changed quite drastically, with Lunga now switching to that left back role and Johannes vacating right back to allow perhaps a more mobile wide man in Morena to operate down that flank, as we get a look at this challenge from Kakora.
Yeah, I think he just slips as he makes that tackle, but certainly that shape had to change. Ulunga didn't really seem very comfortable in that centre-back position.
Gave them space, really tested Iratape from range. As well won by Kakora. Gets the free kick.
The counter press of Mamelodi Sundowns now coming to effect, because they really want to keep TS Gallaxy pinned back into their own half. Kakora really struggling to get through 3 defenders of Mamelodi Sundowns.
Brian Leon fitting forwards, looking for Tashrik Matthews. Venace felt a tug on his shirts.
Velas's introduction certainly means that he's going to make sure that he does the dirty work to pick up pieces in that midfield.
Matthews. Lunga and Allende scoops it over.
Allende just making a great run into the box. Quick acceleration, timing as well. Lunga bombing down on the left. Finally get to see him, making sure that he operates on that wide flank.
Cardoso was wearing white actually in the first half, but on the touchline can't be wearing the same color as one of the teams out there on the park, as Mahlambi is dragged down by Johannes.
Love Mahlambi's confidence. He's enjoying the match, his ability to take on the opposition. Drawing another foul from Johannes, uses his speed, quick acceleration.
Brian Leon will be much more willing to get up and down that flank than Divine Lunga is. Precisely what they need at the moment is Tashreeq Matthews lifts it onto the roof of the net. Has been with the team since their time in the first division. And Mr. Sukaisi Senior in attendance. Well, he's just resisting the urge now to let that smile creep across his face. Tim Sukaisi is a man who's been in football long enough to know that 20 minutes is an awful long time. Looking to go to the quarterfinals once again. Oh, Letsoalo's won it! Will he get another bite? He does, and Onyango's been able to recover in time. Well, so often over the course of this game, Sundowns have been guilty of putting themselves in these awful positions. As Morena now gets the ball in and has forced a corner.
Yeah, Mamelodi Sundowns have just lacked the composure at the back. Could be a different combination in the centre-back pairing, but of course, Koza
over the top. Oh, you look at that run from Victor Letsoalo. That's just pure willpower.
Yeah.
It's just, what an effort.
And all there is just timing up against a player like Koza. Just need to make sure that you don't give Letsoalo those kinds of opportunities.